raise this question.
So, but the point is, we're all sort of a little bit guilty for our own circumstances. But not
So this is the bedroom tax, and
it's the 4th of May, Saturday, Little London Community Centre, and we've come to see the councillor, Gerry Harper, about the bedroom tax. It's affecting thousands of tenants and residents across the city and across the country. But we're not sure where we stand with our councillors. They haven't really declared whether they support us or whether they don't support us. It seems to me like they're telling us they support us, but they're telling the government they support them. So we'll come to find out definitely whether they support us or not. I've asked him to sign a piece of paper.
Pluralistic society where
to show whether he supports us or not.
That's right. That's what.
And he's took this paper off me.
To me,
and he said in 5 minutes, he said I'll come back in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and he hasn't come back. And he's took this paper off me to sign. It's only taken 5 minutes to Gerry Harper.
Yeah, but I believe that
it took him 2 minutes to sign it.
Encourage that paranoia.
He's coming. He's tucking it in there.
Well, that's not because like they are.
Well, but he's got people waiting. This is the thing.
Yeah, but he's got somebody.
You know, I'm asking
yeah, but you've got someone who's going to take 2 minutes.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, but you don't know how long everybody's. You don't know about that person.
But we only
I'm not coming because Africa is a very big continent.
So
I mean, we even don't know much about each other's cultures because it's massive. And they're coming from churches, you know, like the Jews used to do, isolate themselves and work together. They are beginning to do that. And when
they probably thought we were all together.
And like in my case, where church has never been a part of my life, although I've been in church, I've lost everything, and I don't know how to do it like them. And unfortunately, the way I learned to do it happened to be the English way. If I have to, because we read everything in English.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I don't carry any torch for some of these African churches. They're vicious, misogynist. You know, I know lots of African women that have been really abused by some of those churches.
Yeah,
very patriarchal. You know,
a
young woman that was visited by a man in the church, and she was beaten up in her own home because it's seen her walking with a young man in town. You know, things like that. And when you think that actually those churches are not. They're not indigenous to
like the one
countries anyway.
Tried to attend.
They come from British Imperial.
I told them that because they asked me a question about
who taught them this Christianity.
I told them that, and they think I know much because women are not allowed to preach in that church. They asked me what is the thing about, and because it's a Southern African church, I couldn't understand the language because historically, you know, those countries were divided. Territories were formed because of colonization, so I understand their languages. And it's just a dialect that's different. For example, I can understand Zimbabweans when they speak, but I'm not Zimbabwean. I can even interpret because they are originally South African, some of the Ndebele tribe. And when they were, it's only men who preach in that. And then I thought, I'll identify with these people because with me going to church is for socialization, really. It's nothing else. So in the end, they asked me why. They were teaching. After teaching, they wanted me to re-narrate what they were saying. But I didn't have a problem with that. It doesn't cost me anything. But I put it in my own words. And they wanted me to speak it in my language. I told them that, look here, I never attended church for at least from 1970. The last time I was in church must have been 1972. And I've been outside the country for 32 years. So what I've learned is what I've been taught here, and I understand it from this perspective. And I can only narrate it in English, the way I understand it. Because especially with religion or most things, you lose the meaning. So they were offended that I don't want to speak my language because they preach in their language and I understand their language. They are allowing me to do it in my language. I said I still can't do it in my language. They feel that. You know what they said?
Hey there, Birdi.
They now said that God will force of gravity.
Fine. Just, have you had a word with this guy's recording everything, is it? Is he allowed to record what the councillor says? Is that what you've been doing, recording what the councillor says?
Yeah.
Alright, that's good. Just interesting. That's where it should be, basically.
Definitely, everything on recording.
I'm like that because anything that goes up comes down.
A little bit.
I mean,
So he's being sarcastic. He's telling me that I'm trying to be arrogant. You know,
because I'm not directly affected, I'm not necessarily. I'm just going to say like a moral. I'm more concerned as a moral bystander. As
he's saying that he's also morally concerned, but you know, he's saying he's morally concerned and he doesn't agree with the council.
The only thing I could do is ask random questions because I'm not an expert at what's going on at all, really.
You've got some good questions that pop up in your mind every time when you in response to.
Yeah, but if somebody says.
Well, that's it for now. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'll be back soon. All right, bye.
When they